Hi everyone, I'm Joshua. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel and for choosing to share this amazing journey with me as we start what it really is kind of like a pioneering medical treatment which will hopefully combat the effects of the RP. I've had a lot of questions so far, people messaging, asking how I got on the trial and how that began. So I thought I would quickly share that with you. I was first diagnosed with X-linked RP at Moorfields when I was about 10, 11 years old, about 20 years ago. And I've been under their care ever since. And about 3 years ago, I think I went for a regular checkup, and my consultant asked if he could pass my details on to a study that was going forward in the clinical research facility, which was called the Natural History Study, which didn't track any specific intricacies regarding RP. It was more of a genetic study about retinal diseases, which I joined, and that just involved a 6-month check, a track of where the RP was progressing to, and just a full genetic screening. And then last year, I got a call from the research facility basically asking if I wanted to participate in the gene therapy trial. And I obliged. I said yes. I went down for some screenings back in August 2019. Which involved a 2-night stay in London, and I just did a full screening, field vision, microperimetry, metropsis, colour vision, everything. I even did this really cool, I say really cool, it was at a laboratory in London, which Moorfields call Pamela, which stands for Pedestrian Accessibility Movement Environmental Laboratory. And they basically put you in a bit of a maze with different obstacles, and they track your ability to get around it in different levels of light. Anyway, finished that trial, I finished the screening, and then I actually got a call from them saying that I wasn't eligible to join the gene therapy trial. The eligibility criteria is really, really, really strict. And I wasn't eligible, so I wrote it off. And then I got another call then in December, basically saying that the criteria had moved slightly. I think they had quite a few people that fell into this bracket of being eligible but not eligible, if that makes sense. And they had amended the eligibility criteria, and I was now eligible. And I had to make a real whirlwind decision to do it. It was almost a case of I talked myself out of it when they told me I wasn't eligible the first time. So I said yes, and then kind of said yes first and then processed it later. But within a couple of weeks, I went down for the baseline assessments, which is why I was in London last week and this week, which were incredibly grueling. Anybody who has been through anything similar will understand, and likewise for anyone coming up who is doing something similar. I can't really stress enough how important it is to have someone there with you, just for emotional support and moral support. It really does take it out of you. I was in Moorfields from pretty much 9 to 5 daily for 10 days, having all of these tests done, some of which aren't too bad, but then things like electrophysiology, when you're having a metal electrodes attached to the underneath of your eyelid, and you're spending hours having bright lights flashed in your face. And anyone who suffers from that kind of light sensitivity will just know how god awful that is. But all for the greater good. My baseline's finished, and I am getting ready to go down for surgery, which is in a week today. So I have here, as well as my morning coffee, a big bag of medicine from Moorfields. When they do the initial gene injection, there's some anticipated inflammation on the retina, which they combat through steroids. So I have steroids to take, as well as, I don't know if you can see that, omeprazole, which I take daily with the steroids to protect my stomach lining. And the steroids that I have so much omeprazole. More omeprazole. They're obviously anticipating quite a lot of damage to my stomach lining. And Layla, my dog is here as well. Say hello. She is amazing, aren't you? So, these are the steroids. I've never heard of them before. So if you can, there you go. So they're called prednisolone, 5 milligram tablets, and for the first week leading up to surgery, I have to take 30 milligrams. So it's 6 of those in the morning, along with the omeprazole. And yeah, I do that every day for the 7 days leading up to surgery, and then an 8-week course post-surgery as well. So yeah, I just wanted to touch base and just say hi and introduce myself, because I've had such an amazing reaction from people on the blog, on the post, and on the Facebook group, and then also people who've subscribed to the channel. It really is incredibly touching. My family and my friends and my partner are all incredibly supportive, and they really are doing everything they can to support me through it, as are my work as well, which I'm incredibly grateful for. I'm really lucky to have their support. But there's something about sharing your story and wanting to share the journey with people who really know the battles that you face daily, as much as we adapt, and as much as we caveat having RP with things that help us get through the day. It is tough. There are times when you do just really need to hold your hand up and just accept the help and accept the support of others around you who know what you're going through. So thank you for that. I really appreciate it. I'll touch base with you again in the week. I'm sorry, I probably feel like I've rambled on for this video. I've never done a YouTube video in my life. But yeah, please stay tuned. I am starting the steroids today, so I'll let you know how everything progresses with that. And we'll touch base again before next Friday, which is big. I was about to say D-Day. D-Day makes it sound a bit negative, but surgery day, good day, potentially the best day. So yeah, we'll touch base then, and I hope you're all well. And please feel free to send me any messages and things like that. I'm happy to speak to anybody. All right, guys. Thanks.